Time for some history, dog.
Yeah, so I think we need to get into that. Not us, because neither of us can sing, but we need to find someone who can turn modern pop songs into Gregorian chants.
I know who.
Go on.
The demon himself, AI.
Oh shit.
ChatGPT. Gregorian chants from Katy Perry for me, homeboy.
You can't.
Right away.
I've tried. You can't put specific artists into the music AI. Yeah, copyright, I guess.
Oh yeah. We'll give him lyrics.
Yeah.
But did you write these? These are really good. Yeah, I did. Thanks, ChatGPT.
Nice little cleanse for us to start with the Gregorian chants.
Yeah, boy.
Goes with today's episode as well. Welcome back to Browsing History.
Palm Sunday as well.
Oh, it is Palm Sunday as well, isn't it?
Yeah, what do they call the Monday? I don't think they got a name for the Monday.
Good Monday. Alright, Monday.
Yeah.
It's going to get better by Friday.
Well, it's not.
Oh, well, not for JC, it's not.
Yeah, imagine when he comes back. Like, oh, cool, what'd you call the day?
Yeah.
Really bad Friday, sad Friday.
Sad Friday. Pretty shit Friday. Worst Friday in history, if you ask me. There's got to be some pretty bad. Actually, Friday the 13th wasn't a great one.
No, I think it's called Moody Thursday as well, Maundy Thursday.
Maundy Thursday.
Yeah, like, fuck Thursdays.
Was the Last Supper the night before Good Friday?
Yeah.
So then it'll be Feasty Thursday.
Feasty Thursdays,
Feasty Thursdays. That should be a little, like, everyone, because I know you're doing your Lent and you're fasting till sunset. Thursday should be like a feast day.
Yeah.
But you can only feast on bread and wine.
Yeah, I think the Orthodoxes do Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, do they?
They're allowed to eat what they want.
You should
And
only
sleep
be
with their
allowed-
wives.
You should only be allowed bread and wine.
Yeah.
For that Thursday. But you're allowed as much as it if you want. And they
yeah,
counteract
proper medieval style.
Yeah, but they counteract each other because you're drinking loads of wine, but you're soaking it all up with the bread.
Yeah, true. And if it's the body of Christ, so that you don't get pissed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Every time. I've noticed they mix it with water, like old school as well.
Oh, that's no, yeah, you're right. That is
Holy
old school.
water and wine.
Oh, they actually put the holy
It makes
water
it taste sweet. I didn't really like red wine before it become the blood of Christ. Now I love it.
Now you're drinking it like you're vampires.
Yeah.
Does that technically mean it's a vampire cult?
No. Just eating our own God, bro. There's nothing pagan about that at all.
Nothing cannibal about that at
Yeah.
all. That's got to be the last bastion, innit? Do you know, like, how people will try to argue that modern left-wing politics is trying to make all of the sins okay?
Yeah.
The last one is cannibalism, and they're trying it out in Haiti.
Yeah. And there's going to be
Barbecue.
loads of Haitians come to Florida soon, they're saying.
Munching on peoples.
Yeah. This guy I follow, because he's crazy about the whole fucking apocalypse happening on 7th of April. He's like, I just avoided a job in Florida. It was loads more money, loads more shit, but I wouldn't be able to do any preaching online. So I've turned it down. And just found out all the Haitian immigrants coming to Florida and they're taking the gun
Shit.
laws and changing them or something. So he would have got eaten.
They've changed the gun laws that in America now.
Yeah, the
so they didn't
immigrants'
change it.
Second Amendment.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So they didn't change it. What it is a judge ruled in favour of an immigrant carrying a gun and
Yeah.
using the gun. So then that changes it. So if for future court dates, so if someone is arrested
Yeah.
and put up on a similar charge, they can quote blah 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 blah
Yeah.
on something verse something
What do they call
2024.
Set a precedent.
Set a precedent. That's exactly it.
Motherfuckers.
Setting precedents all over the place. But we ain't here to talk about US politics.
Well,
Precedents.
I've got a good birthday.
Oh well, I mean,
It's
it's
not a
going to
president,
pop up.
but
It's going to pop up.
Founding father.
So let's talk about the date. I've got a new idea of doing this as well, right? I'm thinking we're going to tell everyone our date in history. Actually, that's not going to work because they're going to see the title of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh well, they know the subject, but they won't know what happened to that person in this date in history.
Yeah, so from now on, blindly click.
Yeah, just click, click, click. But they'll know the subject, but they won't know what happened to that
Okay,
person
yeah,
on this
true.
day in history.
Yeah, nice.
So let's leave it at that. We're going with, I believe it's the 26th, is it?
Yeah, 26th of March.
1199. And
Good year.
our subject this episode, have you seen by the title, is Richard the Lionheart. So we're going to leave you in suspense over what happened to old Richard the Lionheart on the 26th
Don't
of
Google it,
March.
'cause that's cheating. I know you got your phone on you.
Yeah.
That's out of order.
Don't do it. And you
I
ain't
did
going to
that
win
last
nothing.
night with some mystery TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Just Googled the ending because it was boring me.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, that's shit. I can't even remember what it's called. Fool me once.
I had fucking Rogan ruined. I started rewatching The Sopranos with my girlfriend recently, and just casually in a conversation, he went, "Oh, I can't believe Tony has blah 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 whacked," and I was like, "You son of a bitch!" And it's like a twisty one.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You prick."
But it's statute of limitations.
No, totally. It's well like a
Spoiler
well-old show.
limitations. Everyone's really good with Star Wars and Marvel, even though they suck.
Yeah. But no, fair play on that one. Sopranos is old as shit. So what have you got as for his birthday? It's 26th of March, bro.
William Blount, the founding father.
I don't know much about him.
Not really. He had a little scandal. He was buying up loads of land west. He was trying to sell it to the French and the British at the same time.
Rude. That's
as
rude.
the land price was dropping.
They weren't even allowed to go west technically either.
No,
That's my theory. What the revolution was really all about.
Yeah.
Expansion. They didn't give a fuck about taxes.
Yeah, they're all businessmen. This guy looks like he wears loads of makeup as well. I see a painting of him.
Oh
He
really?
was like a North Carolina guy, but
Powdered wig and that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lipstick as well. It looks like.
Oh really?
But,
that means he was full of syphilis, bruv.
yeah, he signed the Constitution though.
Okay, he's on there.
Founded that.
He went and signed the book that week.
Yeah, that's it.
What else you got? Birthdays.
Othman Aman. So
Ooh.
he's
He's a man.
civil engineer.
Okay.
Did the George Washington Bridge, another president.
No,
Okay.
yeah, and his bridge.
Verrazano Narrows Bridge and the Bayonne Bridge. So they're all around Jersey,
Nice.
Sopranos area, New York.
Yeah, nice.
He's a big bridge builder.
Loved a bridge.
1881.
Who's this?
Gucci Gucci.
The chavvy who made
Gucci Gang, yeah.
Really?
The OG
Shit.
mincer himself.
God damn.
And another great fashion designer, he's a dodgy one, Rudolf Dassler.
Oh, German name.
Yeah,
I wonder who he worked for.
yeah, he was a Nazi party member and
course.
founded Puma.
Yep.
And his brother was Adolf Dassler.
Yes.
Adidas.
Founded Adidas, right.
Yeah, so funny that like the biggest commie brand was Adidas. Like all those gopniks squatting in Adidas when it's a Nazi brand.
What are you saying? I'm wearing Adidas trackies right now,
You
brother.
got the 3 stripes.
3 stripes in the commie red too.
Adidasler.
Who else's birthday you got for me?
So it's similar to the one last week. Do you remember that Catholic that was saving all the Holocaust victims?
Yeah.
Angela Maria Ouch. She was a nun and she was murdered in Auschwitz for helping Jews.
Oh, damn.
Her beatification began in 1992 but wasn't declared venerable until 2018 by Pope Francis.
Now, see, when we're talking about like Nazis and religion, right? They weren't a big fan of JC and the Big C.
They didn't
were
like
they?
anything. They liked Muslims because Muslims hate Jews.
Well, the way, yeah, I see that. That's logic.
If they escaped, they went to South America or Middle East.
So here's the thing: what I find weird about them and about modern culture, right? So modern culture talks about how accepting we are and things like that nowadays, right? When it comes to like religion and spirituality, most fucking chavvies nowadays, they either say they're super spiritual hippie shit, right? Like one with earth and nature, or they pretend to be a Viking, right? And they're like, oh, Norse gods. Those are the exact same 2 shits that culturally the Nazis were all about.
Yeah,
like Norse mythology and
all
hippie
their symbology.
shit.
It's all Norse runes.
It's all Norse runes, and it's all like tree hugging hippie spirituality stuff. So isn't it weird that the culture nowadays is like, oh, we're so much far better than, we're not Nazis, fuck Nazis and fuck Adolf Hitler. Yeah, spiritually we're in the same place as him.
Yeah, if you ask the average Antifa what Hitler was, they'll be like, oh, he's a fucking world-destroying religious oligarch or whatever, when he was like a from the bottom to the top socialist, vegetarian, pagan,
artist.
He's a fucking art student.
It's fucking wild, isn't it?
Talking of Nazis. We've got Franz Stangl.
I think they come up every week on our show, probably.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm drawn to them, but Franz Stangl. I think I actually mentioned him last week. He went down in '67.
Okay.
So I was saying all the Nazis were getting caught.
Yeah.
I didn't realise he was working for VW at the time.
Shit.
In 1967 in Brazil. But he was Schutzstaffel Hauptstammführer of Sobibor and Treblinka.
I really hope somewhere there's a South American who's like, yeah, Volkswagen's a South American company.
Yeah.
What about?
When the wheel spins, it makes this really cool Indian picture. But yeah, he faced trial in West Germany in '67.
Yeah, nice.
And I think I did the maths. He got 15 days per person he killed.
That's the same. That's the chappie from last week.
Yeah, Franz Stangl.
Yeah. Who else's birthday?
So less depressing, more of a funky guy. Tennessee Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a guy who wrote Streetcar Named Desire.
Gangster.
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Yes. That's a good birthday.
And then I've just got tons.
Really?
It's a really popular birthday. I wonder what's 9 months before now.
Oh, yeah, good point.
It must just be a good season for porking. But we've got Leonard Nimoy.
No way.
The most human.
That's gangster.
Alan Arkin. I didn't know who he was until he was like a big time actor.
Yeah.
In like the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
And then he featured in loads of more modern stuff. I think
really?
He's in Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
He's the old guy in Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
He's in loads of different stuff. James Caan. So he was in like World War II films and stuff like that.
Nice.
And what was his big one? Oh, it's slipped my mind now. But yeah, he had a main one. Also one of the most successful traders on the market.
Go on.
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, shit. Is it her birthday, 26th of March?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, she's like probably the most successful trader.
Yeah, she is, definitely.
Of all
Nothing
time.
to do with inside trading at all.
No, how could she possibly trade inside when she makes these buys before the laws are even passed?
When she's the ex-speaker of the House of whatever house it is in the United States.
Her husband is probably the second best trader as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can follow her trades. There's guys that have made an app that only, like, if you say, "Oh, I want to do $20 every time she does 2,000 or whatever."
Oh, really?
You can just do that automatically.
I also pretty sure I follow a Instagram page which does tells you what she's tracking as well.
And there's another one that just does all American
politicians. Yeah.
Big doofus, Richard Dawkins.
Oh, Richard Dawkins.
With a capital Dork.
Capital Dork. Proper dork.
Known atheist. And
no
Ming
dork. Science dork.
Diana Ross. Good one.
Oh, shit. That is a good one.
Steve Tyler.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude looks like a lady.
Yeah, he does sometimes.
Yeah.
Old lady.
Oh, proper old lady.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Nice.
1950. Same birthday exactly as Martin Short.
Oh.
Bad guy from Santa Claus.
Yeah. Nice.
Kenny Chesney, country singer.
Nice.
Amy Smart.
Who's she?
She was like an early 2000s hot chick.
Okay.
What was she in? I've shit with films now.
She in a bunch of films?
Forgot twice. I was like, I won't even write down the films because I just remember.
I know those films.
She's the one from...
Oh, I recognise her. I've just googled her face. I know her exactly. She's in Road Trip. She's in the Crank films. Just Friends.
Just Friends, that's what I remembered her from. And Butterfly Effect, yeah.
Okay, her, yep.
Keira Knightley, another babe.
Oh, Keira Knightley, yep.
1985. She's a bit past it now, though.
I haven't seen her recently, no. I'll tell you, though, talking of Knightley, so she's in a film, and I understood why chicks dug him, Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, I fancy him now since Kingdom of Heaven.
Well, I've seen him in that advert for that beer, and he's got a bit older, and he speaks with his I'm from Canterbury accent, and he's a geezer now, and I'm like, yeah, bruv.
Yeah, he's grown up a bit.
Yeah.
He's stopped letting fucking dudes like Weinstein finger him. Talking of getting fingered, Paige Van Zandt, UFC star and OnlyFans billionaire.
I'm pretty sure she probably made way more money on OnlyFans than she ever made on the UFC.
In like a week. She made like more than all of her purses combined.
And funnily enough, that's not a diss on her having OnlyFans. Actually, that's probably more of a diss on the pay scale for UFC fighters.
Well, both, because it's disgusting. I'd rather sell your body where you get your fucking knee ripped off than sell your body so fucking bald dudes can rub one out over you.
And you're bettering yourself, aren't you? Like, by training in martial arts and competing in something in like the UFC.
Yeah, when she did bare knuckle as well, when her face was all fucked. We were like, no, it's never going to go back. And then it went back.
Didn't she bare knuckle Rochelle Ostovich as well?
Maybe.
No, I'm pretty sure
There's
they're bare
a lot
knuckle.
of dudes that would like to bare knuckle Ostovich. And another fucking OnlyFans millionaire who was kind of groomed into it, Bad Baby.
Oh.
I bet Dr. Phil regrets that now, because Dr. Phil's super based.
Yeah, and he pretty much groomed her into that lifestyle.
Well,
She's Catch Me Outside chick. Well, he gave her the fame. She was already in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
She was already in the culture.
He tried to save her, if anything. But he just ended up popularising her. Everyone's like, wait a minute, how old is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2 years I'm going to say she's got sweet jugs.
And then maybe I'll cash her outside.
Yeah. Maybe I'll cash her out. She made like $1 million just in underwear as well. She never actually got the yammies out.
I think it was in like the first week as well, right?
Yeah. Another good day.
Go on.
The death of Cecil Rhodes.
Who's Cecil Rhodes?
He's the fucking wanker from South Africa. De Beers Diamonds, all that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's the nasty one. I think he was like... They talk about cutting people's hands off and shit like that.
God damn.
He's a nasty piece of work.
It's the day he died, yeah?
Yeah.
Good riddance to that dick.
Yeah, there's a couple deaths, but I thought, pick an arsehole.
Yeah, good
That's our
arsehole.
style.
Who else has we got? What other events you got for 26th of March?
Got some good ones, actually.
Go on.
Saladin becomes Emir of Egypt. He'll pop up in this episode.
He will pop up in this episode about Richard Lionheart. Of course he will.
He's the what do you call it? Antagonist of the Crusades, basically.
He's the antagonist of the Third Crusades, yeah, 1000%.
The greatest Muslim military leader of all time, I
He
suppose.
was, yeah. I mean, apart from Osama bin Laden, bruv, come on.
He was the fucking front. That was just Bush's mate.
All right then,
So
all right
be
then.
funny, Bin Laden, bruv.
Try this out, bruv.
Yeah.
Help
He should
us
have
get
been
that
playing
ore.
basketball. This boy was like 6'7".
Who, Saladin or...
Osama.
Oh, Osama was a tall boy.
Yeah, he should have been playing ball.
Richard Lionheart, also a tall boy for the era.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Big boy.
1344, we've got the siege of Algeciras.
What, the news channel?
Yeah.
Siege of Al Jazeera.
No, we don't tend to siege news channels like they do. During the Reconquista,
Oh,
it
okay.
was like Morocco versus the Europeans.
Yeah.
So it was like the Crown of Castile, Aragon, Genoa, and
Nice.
some Crusaders, actually.
Nice.
And it's one of the first battles that utilised gunpowder
Really?
in Europe.
In Europe, yeah. China had been shooting gunpowder at each other for a while before that.
Yeah, they're loving it.
Yeah.
The Battle of 30. So it's
15 on 15? Or 30 on 30?
30 on 30.
Nice.
So it's like one of the big examples of chivalry during the Breton succession, when it was like Franco-Breton versus the English Breton,
Yep.
Norman Breton maybe.
Yeah.
30 champions were just chosen from each side, and they're like, we'll sort this out.
Nice.
And only like 10, 15 dudes died the whole time.
That's gangster as hell.
But the French won, so it's not that good.
No, it's not that
The
gangster.
House of Blois.
Take that back.
So Blois beat the House of Montfort. That's how that ended up. But chivalrous.
Yeah, that is chivalrous as
30 on
fuck, innit?
30. It's like one of them Russian MMA fights.
Yeah, with 30 on 30 geezers. I get behind that. That's how most wars should just be fought. Even if it's with gunfire and that, they're like, look, here's this city. It's a bit shit. Nobody really lives here anymore. You 60 geezers, sort this out for us. No mortars. That would be cheating.
I feel like I might have said this last year.
Go on.
The political cartoon in Boston Gazette coins the term gerrymander. 1812. It describes the oddly shaped electoral districts by Eldridge Gerry, and his district looked like a salamander. So it was Jerry's salamander, the gerrymander.
Nice. No, not that exact one. We've had something similar, but not that exact one. I like that one. The gerrymander.
Book of Mormon published in New York. Throwback.
Wait, the musical or the actual Book of Mormon?
The actual Book of Mormon,
Oh, okay.
1830.
I'd like to say nice, but...
Not great, is it?
Not great.
Why is it all these people that claim they got the same God as us just want to marry children and have loads of wives?
Yeah. It is odd, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got the Desert Mormons and the Salt Flat Mormons.
Yeah. Who else?
First Battle of Gaza. British troops are repelled by Turks.
Oh, okay. It's
1917.
Lawrence of Arabia battle of the cool Battle of Gaza.
Yeah.
Not the modern Battle of
Not
Gaza.
the one where kids are just getting smoked for walking back to their ruins.
Yeah. Oh, that video is horrific, bruv.
Yeah,
Still that one. It's a bad one, isn't it?
Well, they're all pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, you know what? They don't belong in the Holy Land. Neither of them do.
No, maybe no one belongs in the Holy Land. Maybe we should just glass it. That's what my dad used to say when Iraq kicked off.
Yeah.
Just glass it.
I was thinking of just buying a house in Gaza and waiting. They must be really cheap right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then by the time it's a car park, I'll just go there and build a palace.
The problem is, you're going to buy the land there, and some Zionist is going to go there and just live on it anyway. Do you know,
but
like I
they'll
did
be
at the West
so
Bank?
weakened, I'm going to turn up with my Crusader armour and be like, you know the sketch, get running, boy.
You know the deal. I'm out here encompassing Richard the Lionheart himself.
Me and Candice Owens.
What other events you got for the 26th?
1934, the British driving test is introduced.
Oh, bastards.
So I don't know what was going on before then.
Just
being like, I trust him.
Yeah, get in with him.
He's alright.
He's
used
wild.
to drive horses, he'll be fine.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely good. It'd be cush day.
And yeah, last week we had the Battle of Iwo Jima ends, like the conflict ended.
Yeah.
Now it's like the official ending, where it's secured by the United States troops.
Okay, nice.
So like dudes turned up and like
put the flag up,
got the boats.
That's literally what the
the
image of
picture.
the Chavis with the flags, isn't it? The statue and that. They stuck their flag up on this day then.
And do you remember the Heaven's Gate mass suicide?
Yeah,
they were
that
like a UFO cult.
Yeah, is that the one that's not Kool-Aid one, is it?
No, that's
Jamestown. Jonestown.
Yeah, no, this is a different one. They all thought they were going to get taken with a UFO.
Nice.
Like Zoltan.
Like the Simpsons episode as well.
Yeah.
With the bicycle and that. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And the comb. Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, that's 1997.
Oh, fuck. That soon people were getting tricked by cults.
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, Scientology, I guess, yeah, as well.
Mormonism.
Yeah. Fuck, fair play. What events have you got for us going on in the world around 1199, bruv?
So I thought 1190 is like a massive year for the Crusade.
Okay.
So in 1187 we had Jerusalem surrendered to Saladin, who's
that comes up. Yeah.
That ended the Second Crusade essentially.
The Second Crusade was already over. We covered it in the Knights Templar episode.
Yeah.
Because that's when the Knights Templar were popping about and that.
The Crusaders actually left the Holy Land, though. That's where I class it.
Okay.
Because there's a really cool film about it. Balian of Ibelin surrendered it to Saladin.
Yeah.
And then Third Crusade sort of stuff starts in like 1190.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's German forces under Friedrich I.
Yeah.
They're on the way through Constantinople on the way to the Holy Land.
Yeah, they're pious as fuck during all this.
Yeah,
so
he's great.
Philip II of France also happens to march his troops around about that way, and it said that his troops were being dicks.
Yeah.
They were going People's Crusade, First Crusade style.
Yeah.
Where they're just ravaging towns they go through, where Frederick was going through and going extreme on his boys. So he told them, this is how mental it gets, he told them, if they fuck around, if they muck about, they're getting their hands cut off.
Yeah.
And if you steal, usually that's what get your hands cut off, right?
Yeah.
If you steal, you're getting straight executed.
Sweet.
So he was making it, because his idea was, look, we're going to the Holy Land. Be cool, be pious.
Yeah. He was, so Isaac II, I think it was, who was in charge of Constantinople at the time.
Yeah.
He agreed terms with him ahead of time.
Yeah,
and
that's
was
right.
Like, just be cool. And they were like, okay, we'll be cool.
That's right.
Free passage and supplies.
That's right.
And then the Seljuks agreed to leave him alone, but then harass him on their way to Gallipoli.
That's right.
So he fucking destroys them. He's got like 2,000 dudes, and they killed 10,000 Turks.
So it's funny.
Philomelion.
I've got not exactly that, but I've got something very similar mentioned on the in my notes. Do you know how you said there about making the deal with the Byzantine?
Yeah.
Well, this is what I found.
Oh no, they're already bros with the Byzantines. It's the Seljuk Turks that are fucking around.
Here's the thing. So like, this is such a weird, especially because it's like a big throwback to the First Crusade, right? So we all know the First Crusade was about the Byzantine Empire being like, hey, Europe, kind of help us out a bit. The Seljuk Turks have been fucking with us. Well, even though the Byzantine Emperor made that supposed deal with Frederick, he also made a deal with Saladin.
Oh, wanker.
Yeah,
he's our least favourite guy.
He made a deal with Saladin saying, I'll slow down Frederick's army for you.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and then the Seljuk Turks made a deal with Frederick saying, we'll help you out through this land. So isn't it funny how the Third Crusade starts with the Byzantines back in Saladin and the Seljuks back in the Euros?
Yeah, that's
weird. Fucking weird. And then obviously the Seljuks do what you say.
And then this guy comes, is quite significant, Conrad of Montferrat.
Yeah, he's about in our story.
He sails with a fleet of 50 ships.
Yep.
But is met by a Muslim fleet of an equal size.
Oh, damn.
In open battle. But Pisan and Dutch ships support Conrad.
Go on, Dutch.
And the Ayyubid forces are blockaded, resorting in eating their beasts and eventually cannibalism.
Ooh.
Which is actually this day we're recording, March 25th.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. We're recording on the 24th, but nice.
And then we've got a little slippery one from Reginald of Sidon.
What does he do?
April, Saladin plans to siege Beaufort Castle.
Yeah.
And Reginald agrees to hand over the castle if he gets 3 months.
Yeah.
To get everyone out safely and move his family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He lied. Instead, he was bolstering the defences.
Oh, cheeky boy.
In those 3 months. But then Saladin captures him, personally, and holds him at Damascus.
Oh, shit.
So the garrison give away the castle to... so Reginald can be released.
God damn. So this is pretty much going to be like a nice little Third Crusade episode for us.
Yeah, more or less.
You're giving us those little extra Third Crusade tidbits, and we'll get to the story of Richard in the Crusade later.
Yeah, then by May, there's the Siege of Acre. So Acre's another big one.
Don't come up with the Siege of Acre. That's in the story.
We'll Guy de Lusignan is in Kingdom of Heaven as well. He's a dick.
Nice. We'll talk about that one later when we get to that, because Richard's there at the Siege of Acre. Does some dope shit.
And then meanwhile, in May, Frederick I routed the Seljuks at the Battle of Iconium.
Nice.
But it doesn't chase them down because they're short of food.
Yeah.
And then June the 1st, Frederick I drowns crossing the Goksu in Armenia.
Ooh.
Some of the Germans are demoralised and exhausted, and some nobles leave.
Yeah.
And Frederick VI takes over with just 5,000 men.
He's not as cool, obviously, as Freddy 5.
Yeah, and then in June he reaches Antioch.
Nice. I'm pretty sure by the end of the Third Crusade, they don't actually take Jerusalem.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure after the second...
Because of stuff like that.
Yeah. After Saladin, Europe don't get Jerusalem again until the Zionist movement of the 20th century.
Yeah. Then, by then Richard and Philip are talking in July.
Yep, that's right.
September, Crusaders' fleets attempt to destroy the Tower of Flies at Acre.
Okay.
With a pair of ramming ships.
Oh, shit.
So they're ships full of combustible materials.
Yeah, just blowing them up.
But at the critical moment, those two ships collide and they're badly damaged.
For fuck's sake.
But there was a specially built Pisan vessel that looked like a castle.
There was some real clown shit going on in this crusade, wasn't there?
Yeah, and it had mangonels on it, so like little mini trebuchets.
Okay.
But it was set afire by the Muslim fleet, resulting in a failure.
Oh, fuck. But I mean, that's not a clown moment, that's a well done Muslim moment. Do you know what I mean? They hit it.
This is another Kingdom of Heaven throwback.
Go on.
In November, Isabella, the half-sister of Queen Sibylla, who is the sister of Baldwin IV, marries Conrad of Montferrat, who's the guy that did he? Conrad, So he becomes Conrad I, the de facto king of Jerusalem.
But he's a king without a city.
Yeah, he hasn't got an actual Jerusalem. But he's supported by Balian and Maria Komnena, which is someone's mum.
Conrad and Richard Lionheart got on quite well.
Same year as well, London adopts the Cross of St. George.
Oh, nice.
And it's also used in the fleet of Genoa.
Nice. Yeah.
And Teutonic Order of Knights is established by the Germans.
Oh, shit. So that's around about Third Crusade. Now, the Teutonics, so obviously you got the Knights Templar who were around before that. They were about in the Second Crusade. But the Teutonics are meant to be a little bit more hardcore than the old Templars, aren't they?
They did. They went north as well, getting pagans out of the Russia sort of areas.
Okay, nice.
They had the big black multicross style thing.
Oh, did they? Oh, nice.
They were pretty cool. And
still about as well, I think. Whereas the Knights Templar is like supposedly completely gone, but
Yeah.
I think the Teutonics are still about in some way.
Yeah, so they started again like the Hospitaliers, where they just
Oh,
set
they're
up.
the Hospitalia guys.
Well, no, they set up in the same way. They tried to bring it back because the Templars had made like a bad name for themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
So they wanted to just have hospitals and like defend the pilgrims and stuff.
Oh, nice. Any other events going on around 1199?
1199, Minamoto no Yoritomo dies. So he's the first ever
The
shogun
first ever
of Japan.
shogun. Nice. Shout out to... I'm pretty sure we go over that briefly in the Genpei War.
Yeah,
We talk about the first ever shogun.
yeah.
We
that's
do
it.
mention him, yeah. Nice. Shout out to our Genpei War episode. Nice. Should we get into a little story about Richard the Lionheart?
Yeah, boy.
He's a good geezer.
He's cool as shit.
He's pretty cool, apart from the fact that he's French.
Yeah,
He's French as
totally
fuck.
French. He's like one of the most celebrated Englishmen. He's French as fuck.
Yeah, like even... also shout out, he's in Robin Hood. Disney's Robin Hood.
Oh, is he that one?
No, that's King John, his brother.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you
and
remember
then
at
Lionheart
the
comes
end...
back.
Yeah, the big old
Oh,
Brucey
yeah.
lion turns up. That's Lionheart, bro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
because John takes the throne in England in.
or attempts to and things like that, and that's whole... And,
Yeah,
and
he's
funnily
supported
enough...
by the Scottish and shit like that.
That's it. Funnily enough, how in Robin Hood, you know, it's all like, oh, well, I'm stealing from the rich to give to the poor because the king's a cunt and raised the taxes.
Mm.
That wasn't John who raised the taxes.
Was it Lionheart to
It
fund
was-
the Crusades?
Yeah,
Nice.
technically it was his dad, Henry, because his dad, Henry, was also going to crusade.
What was that, Henry VI?
A second.
Oh, shit.
Henry II's
Much
his
earlier.
dad. So let's get into that. So Richard
Oh, yeah, of course
Lionheart, he's born on 8th of September, 1157. Like we just said, his dad was King Henry II.
Mm.
King Henry II, I'm pretty sure he's either the grandson or the great-grandson, pretty close to William the Conqueror.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
how far back this goes.
Yeah.
It goes pretty far back. And Richard's mother
That's how
is...
French they were.
That's how fucking French they were. Well, even more so, right? Richard's mother was Eleanor of Aquitaine,
Yeah.
a kingdom of France. Yeah. On top of that, Eleanor of Aquitaine was actually married to King Louis VII of France before she married Henry II.
Mm.
So she was married to him. They didn't get on and didn't bear no children. So they turned up to the Pope and was like, think of a little way to divorce us. And he was like, you guys are pretty closely related like most royals, you sick fucks.
Yeah.
There's the reason there. You're divorced.
Sorted.
Eleanor of Aquitaine, she's a little bitch who's like, a boss bitch who's like, you know what? I like myself a rich kingly man. So she just pops over to the river, pops over the little channel, marries herself King Henry II.
Nice. Good idea.
Not a bad idea from her.
Get in.
Yeah. And her and Henry actually end up... Go on.
Proper Kardashian.
Oh yeah, she's the Kardashian of the medieval era, bruv. And even more so when I tell you what happens. And they have a bunch of kids. They have a slew of kids together. And that means that the King of England, at the time we're talking about, Henry II, he's not just the King of England, bruv. He's got Normandy.
Yeah.
He's got Maine. And now after marrying Eleanor, he's got Aquitaine as well.
Yeah.
So like this empire is fucking huge, bruv. Absolutely massive.
Not as big as Victoria's.
No,
Not
yeah.
as cool.
Not as big as Victoria's. Yeah, good shout. Victoria had that big empire and that
Yeah,
big
it's
booty under
mad
her
to
dress.
think, innit? Like Britain used to stretch all the way down through France.
Yeah,
It was all the coast as
It
well.
was
It's
all
like, if
the
we can
coast.
see it, we'll have it.
yeah. That's ours. We like a boat, and we've always liked a boat. Clearly. So this whole like dynasty is known as like the Plantagenets,
Yeah.
and it's named after a flower, and the order of Planta Genista, and that all came because Henry II's father used to wear that flower into battle.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like
So-
the SS used to wear the Alpine Edelweiss.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they were like the special mountaineer SS.
And they used to wear like special little
To prove
flowers.
that you get that to that altitude to pick one sort of thing.
Ah, it only grows up that high.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. So, even though they were the kings of England, right, because they had these lands in France, they actually had to just swear allegiance to the French kings as subjects.
Yeah, there was some of this drama with Henry V, wasn't there?
Yeah, so, like, even though they're the kings of England, they go to England, they rule shit. Whenever they're in France, they got to go to the French court to represent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like exactly like you said, this was happening with Henry. Another episode with some kings I think we mentioned it was happening with as well. medieval English kings just get shit on by the French plenty.
Yeah.
They wonder why we're adversaries.
Yeah, it's like Prince Edward wasn't having it.
Yeah.
Black Prince.
Something
He's
like
cool
that.
as fuck.
So, as well as this,
Tell.
Henry II oversaw the establishment of a new English lordship across the Irish Sea during Richard's youth as well. So this is when we went over to Ireland and sort of took their potatoes away probably for the first time. Probably a little bit mean even back then.
This is pre-potato, isn't it?
This is pre-potato. Oh yeah, of
We
course.
hadn't
The
discovered
Spanish.
potatoes
Yeah,
in
we
the
ain't
south.
discovered. What did we take from them that time then?
Fucking child sacrifice, probably. You fucking
Sent
dirty
over
Vikings.
Sent over St Patrick and was like, sort this out. Get rid of these pagans, boy. St Patrick, patron saint of Ireland, right?
Welsh.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Welsh was a word they used for foreigners at that time, so he could have been Scottish.
He could have
But
even
he's
been
probably
English.
Welsh.
Do you know what I mean? So Richard as well. You'd think, because he eventually becomes king, we know him as King Richard the Lionheart, would think that he would be the eldest son. Not even the eldest son, bruv.
No.
No, he had another brother named Henry, named after the king himself. That's the older brother. He had two younger brothers, Geoffrey and King John, we know from Robin Hood.
Nice. Pussy John.
Pussy John, Little Lion John. He also had three sisters, Matilda, Eleanor and Joan.
Wasn't that one of them? Joan was captured in Sicily or something.
She was, that's right. That's going to come up in the story, bruv. You know your stuff. So Richard's adult life was overwhelmingly connected with France rather than England. And this association began early because in June 1172, he was formally made the Duke of Aquitaine when he was just 14 years old. Which I find quite funny that Henry obviously just turned to his missus and went, well, you're not having Aquitaine. I'm going to give it to our 14-year-old son.
Yeah.
Ain't yours, love.
Yeah.
It's the boys. It's the boys now.
Come on. The other one got a bike for Christmas. What are we going to give this one?
Fuck it.
Aquitaine.
Give him your old dad's stomping ground, bruv.
Isn't that an acne medication?
What, Aquitaine?
Yeah, Aquitaine, Roaccutane. Accutane, sorry.
It might be, yeah. A year later, he was implicated in the first of a series of internal wars inside the own Plantagenet family. So the Plantagenet family, it's like EastEnders up in here, bruv.
Yeah.
They didn't always get on.
Yeah, that's it.
You got to think, four brothers, three sisters,
Yeah.
a French
and only
wife.
4 kingdoms to go between them.
Yeah, and a French wife. It's not going to look...
It's always the French wife, isn't it?
Always the French wife, bruv. So, and this is what is going to make you say, fucking hell, about Eleanor being a modern Kardashian. So during this rebellion...
He tries to marry her brother.
No.
Because he's got Aquitaine.
Not Eleanor the sister, Eleanor the mother.
Oh,
so
right.
There's two Eleanors, right? Mummy Eleanor. So during this little beef inside the Plantagenet family, old Mum Eleanor, King Henry's wife, and her sons actually ally with King Louis VII of France, her ex-husband, bruv.
Oh, shit. So it's the French missus, bro.
Do you know what I mean? In it dark, she went and married the English king, then got all his sons and went back to her ex and sided with him.
Yeah, so I know we can have sons, but I've got these British ones for you.
Yeah, I've got these ones. Now let's go fuck up with that Mong Henry. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely diabolical, bruv. During this rebellion, Richard is actually knighted by King Louis in the summer of 1173. So not only does that happen, he knights his son.
Yeah.
He knights another man's son, bruv. Another king's son. That's rude, cuz.
How many knighthoods can you have? Can you get loads? Because they must have had, like, Jerusalem knighthoods.
Oh, I don't know. But you'd be pissed if another king knighted your son, bruv. Just weeks after that, his father felt a bit like, what the fuck are you doing? So he offered Richard full possession of several major castles in France and half of the revenue from Aquitaine.
Nice.
So he's trying to get him back. And the nature of the whole rebellion ended up changing in November 1173 anyway, because Eleanor, Henry II's wife, Henry naps her.
Oh, shit.
Full on kidnaps her. And from then onward, he keeps her locked up for the rest of her life, bruv.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's telling her.
Princess in the tower, bro.
Yeah, his own wife, but she did run off with his sons back to the French king.
Yeah.
So, and this... The sons don't like this though, and so this ends up keeping the fighting continued for months thereafter until Henry the older brother, but the younger Henry, and King Louis elected to make peace with King Henry in 1174. But Richard fucking kept going at it. They did that early, 1174. Richard was a bit of a mummy's boy and was pissed with his daddy Henry. So he actually doesn't end up submitting himself to the peace until September of 1174.
Oh, nice.
He keeps going at it, bruv.
He sounds spoilt though by now.
Yeah.
He's got both daddies working for him. He's got all the lands.
Yeah, he's got his old mum's land. Apparently, him and mum used to get on. He used to chill in Aquitaine at the castle all the time. Definitely a bit of a fucking mummy's boy, bruv, and a stuck up motherfucker. But yeah, Eleanor does end up effectively remaining her husband's prisoner for years to come. And Henry II was evidently impressed, though, by his son's performance during the war. So even though Richard weren't on his side, he's like, you were pretty slick during that, bro.
Yeah, nice. You got dad's moves, ain't you, boy?
Yeah, that's it. You may use me own moves against me, but it's pretty fucking good, boy. Pretty proud of you. And accordingly, in the aftermath of the revolt, Henry actually gave Richard full control of the armed forces of Aquitaine.
Nice.
It was like, they're yours now, boy. I can see what you do with them, boys. Fucking have them. But he also gave him some orders to like reduce any rebels who emerged during the peace afterwards. And this is the first experience of power for Richard, like the first true power he gets to experience.
Nice, yeah. Full army.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what the princes always fall or like succeed, isn't it?
Yeah.
They get the army and then they either become a retard or they become the greatest.
Or they become the greatest, that's it.
Alexander.
And I like how he got the army after he slapped his dad about a couple of times.
Yeah.
His dad's like, oh, I fucking hell. Oh, I'll see it. And it's this military ability which later actually earns Richard the nickname Richard Coeur de Lion. Richard the Lionheart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm probably pronouncing that awfully wrong.
I was thinking the bottom of a...
Couer. Coeur.
Don't pronounce any of the letters, it's just...
No matter how much I try to pronounce it, a French guy's going to come in pissed off anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And then by the
all they've got.
their language. Baguettes and pastries, though. They're pastries, but the Italians' pastries
That's all Italian,
also.
yeah. They stole it all from the Italians.
Ah, shit. So a name which does start getting popular by like mid 1180s. And Richard, like I said earlier, was exceptionally tall by the standards of the 12th century, standing well over 6 foot high.
Nice.
He's a big boy for
well
back
over
then.
as well.
Yeah, but that makes sense because if he's Normandy, because he comes from William the Conqueror,
oh yeah,
he derives
His Viking
from
blood.
Roland the Walker, because he's the first king of Normandy. And
He
Roland
couldn't find a pony big enough, so he just walks everywhere.
and that's why he was Roland the Walker. Yeah, exactly that.
Shit, son.
Yeah,
He's a mutant. He's a barbarian mutant.
or as some might say, he's a demigod, which is arguably the real Nephilim.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
son.
bruv. So he was also handsome with reddish blonde hair and a pale complexion. Don't know how that makes you. He was ginger and pale.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound handsome to me at all, bro.
Right, it's interesting the further south you go, isn't it? Oh, look how rare he is. He stinks like peanuts and fox piss.
He's said to have, it was known to have a character which favoured military prowess.
Yeah, when you ain't got a soul, it's easier
It's
to be a brutal military leader.
Brutal cunt. But he also loved a bit of troubadours and poets. Like he
nice.
loved a bard, bruv.
Yeah, sweet.
You know what I mean? Just like, is it Henry V later on, who's an absolute gangster,
Yeah.
who did the little tour of the bards and the pubs before he got to that battle?
Oh, that was 8th, wasn't it?
No, not 8th. It was the one who Agincourt.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
He did
yeah.
the tour.
He
'Cause
did.
Henry VIII got fucked in France as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but there was another.
That he raided the music shop or whatever.
No, that was an
that
8th.
the
That
fifth?
was the 5th. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That was Agincourt, boy. Yeah, he raided all the fucking pubs and all the music shops on the way to battle while the battle was already kicking off.
He's a boy.
Absolute boy. He ends up marrying later in life, old Richard the Lionheart. Sort of later on, actually, when he's on his way to the Crusades. And he marries Berengaria, the eldest daughter of Sancho VI of Navarre. Now, I have no idea where Navarre is.
No, Navarre.
But a King Sancho, he's
Sounds
Spanish as
Spanish,
fuck, innit? And this union would never produce any children.
Oh no.
That has led some historians to be like, dude's gay.
Yeah, he was
Dude's
bumming
gay.
her.
He was bumming.
He was so pious he didn't know what hole to put it in.
But at the same time, right, so one of the reasons they say he was bumming, because him and Philip II, who he ends up eventually going off crusading with, were like apparently super tight.
Yeah.
It said they would share from the same cup, share from the same plate, hang out together, and
Sit on each other's laps.
and sometimes share the same bed. But here's the thing, right? Who says that they're sharing at the same time?
Yeah.
Because the king?
Yeah, someone's got to be on patrol.
Exactly,
But
and not
also
only that,
keep your enemies closer, bro.
but
I'm there all snuggled up with Saladin. Like, yeah, you move, I'm going to know about it, son.
But like, what I'm saying is that, like, one of them's going to sleep at a time. A king's never going to share a bed with a commoner.
Yeah.
But he'd happily share a bed with another king.
Yeah,
because they're both kings, right?
Yeah.
Sharing a cup, sharing a plate, no big deal. Again, same thing, huh? So maybe they were just tight bros crusading together, which sucks. Because that means bros can never be true bros without a future historian calling them gay.
Yeah, it's true.
It's rude, isn't it?
But that's because future historians are gay. They can't see anything and think, yep, that's cool.
Yeah.
So they must have been bummers. Why has he got all this loot from another country? He must have been a Muslim. Why is he buried with a woman? She must have been a warrior.
Yeah.
Like,
they can't just look at two geezers and be like, no, just bros.
Yeah,
They're just
bros.
cool.
Fucking think how hard it was to carry all that shit on a whole crusade.
Yeah.
Come on, Phil, let's take one plate.
Yeah.
I'll carry the plate, you carry the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet, bro. You've never been on a camping trip, bro.
And you get all those like modern memes where they're like, can't guy friends just say they love you to each other?
Yeah.
No, because as soon as they do, a future historian's going to look back in the past, not get the context, and go, yeah, they were gay lovers.
Yeah.
It's rude, isn't it? Absolutely rude, bruv. So the late 1170s and early 1180s saw Richard's relationship with his father strengthening despite the rebellion.
Oh, they must have been gay.
And he sent him on campaigns. He ended up campaigning as far as northern Spain.
Nice.
And even though, by the standards of an age which expected warlike behaviour of its rulers, there is the inference here that young Richard the Lionheart's tactics were a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
So even though it's a bit of a brutal age, people were like, no, this dude's pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah.
This guy's pretty hardcore. And familial conflict amongst Richard, his brothers and their father, aggravated by Henry II's ongoing imprisonment of their mother. As much of this increasingly focused on the issue of the succession, as Henry II neared his 50th year, what would have been considered the beginnings of old age in the 12th century, Richard, for instance, clearly hoped to secure Aquitaine for himself over his elder brother. So, Big Daddy's dying. Richard's being like, yeah, but when you die, bruv, I know my big brother's going to get everything, but let me still have Aquitaine.
Yeah, Aquitaine's cool, bro.
It's mine.
That's where I got my Xbox.
Yeah, you gave me the army of Aquitaine, and then you're just going to give it to my brother.
Yeah.
Not cool, bruv. And this
Henry the Third.
This even boiled over even more in the winter of 1182, when King Henry II asked Richard to pay homage to his elder brother Henry.
That's rude.
Asking him to pay some cash. And this became even more clear when Henry II sent the eldest son and Geoffrey to Richard's territories to get the cash.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro.
Don't send a fucking taxman to the Lionheart,
No,
bruv.
he ain't sending no taxman, yeah.
Call the Leon boy.
This ends up backfiring as Henry, Geoffrey and Richard go, you know what, fuck Dad, let's have another new rebellion.
Yeah.
And they rebel against their dad again.
Yeah, fuck them.
1183 witnessed a dramatic
Couldn't
shift.
handle the first one. He gave me a whole army for it.
Yeah, that's it. Boys, what are we doing? Why are we following his orders? Didn't we mash him up last time?
He's got mum in the cupboard, bro. He's acting like a real Saladin out here.
1183, the Angevin Empire, arrangements with the Angevin Empire sort of gets mixed up a little bit. On the 11th of June that summer, Henry II's eldest surviving son and namesake, young Henry, future King Henry, died of dysentery.
Yeah,
Well,
boy.
yet again in rebellion against his father.
Shit yourself to death like a true archer.
That's it. Shit himself to death while fighting his daddies. And that's not looking good. It's not looking good.
No.
But that means Richard's
Looking
definitely...
pretty good for Richard, though.
It's looking great for Richard. On top of that, the king's third son, Geoffrey, also died in 1186. in a bit of a fucking dodgy,
In a hunting accident.
largely unclear circumstances surrounding a jousting tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, bruv. A little bit rude, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then that also makes sense why in the future in King Henry VIII's life, when he's young, they're like, you ain't allowed to joust, bro.
Yeah.
All sorts of fucked up shit happens when you joust.
Yeah.
All sorts. Including when you do break the rule and joust, you fucking injure yourself and become a fat fuck, you cunt.
Yeah, imagine not being fat.
Yeah. Just because he just liked jousting too much. Maybe you should have listened to him.
Yeah.
So this doesn't begin...
And he was shit at wrestling as well, wasn't he? All he had was
he
jousting.
he got messed up by the French king, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this didn't bring an end to the Plantagenet family squabbles. And the years that followed, the king began to increasingly favour his younger son, John.
Oh, fuck off. Weasel John from Robin Hood.
Shit lion from Robin Hood, bruv. Particularly even more so after Geoffrey died.
Yeah.
But I can sort of see why, because Richard's a mummy's boy.
Mm.
Richard's always in Aquitaine, which ain't even Henry's OG land. That's his grandfather. That's his father-in-law's land.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Richard's looking real sus out there.
Richard's real French.
Richard's real French, bro. Geezer didn't even speak whatever English was back then. He only spoke French.
Oh, nice.
So he'd turn up, get crowned in England, and be like, oh, and everyone would be like, bruv. So Henry actually now wished for John to inherit the Duchy of Aquitaine, while Richard would take the rest of his father's lands.
Yeah, fair.
Richard didn't see that as fair.
No, he wants Aquitaine.
He wants Aquitaine. It's got the pimp castles. It's got the nice shit. Do you know what I mean? And it was thus in an effort to force his father's hand in this respect that Richard, once again, allies with the French king.
Oh, goodness.
But this time the French king ain't Louis VII no more. It's Philip II. And he's only
birdies.
They're butt birdies. And they're only 15.
Oh, nice.
Well,
they're both 15.
Richard the Lionheart's a bit older, but Philip's only 15.
And he's cute though.
Proper little femboy about it. But this would be the last rebellion between Henry and one of his sons. So the rebellion of 1187 proceeds pretty quickly. A combined military campaign by Richard and Philip against Henry in early 1189 culminated in a major military defeat of Henry in the summer. And the final conference between Henry, Richard and Philip, Henry's visibly ill. He's looking sick. And it's said that after the meeting, he actually rides past Richard, fucking curses him out in front of everyone. Yeah. You French little fuck. You were meant to be the future king of England, and here you are over
Richard
here.
the fucking frogart.
Yeah, eating croissants and hanging out with a 15-year-old French femboy. Fucking hell, bro. And the days after the meeting, Henry actually dies on the 6th of July, 1189, leaving Richard as the next king of the Plantagenet dynasty.
Yeah.
So not just fucking England, all of that shit.
Yeah, all of it.
So Richard is later invested...
And he only wants Aquitaine.
He only wants Aquitaine. But he's later invested as...
He taxes everyone through John for Aquitaine fucking infrastructure.
Resources. But he ends up investing... he gets invested as the Duke of Normandy 2 weeks later, on the 20th of July. And later this summer, he made one of the few brief visits he ever makes to England. So this dude's the King of England.
Yeah.
He only comes to England like 3 times in his life.
Yeah, sweet.
It's fucking mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this one of the first journeys is for him to be crowned as king on the 3rd of September, 1189.
Nice.
I've got a little story as well, what happens on his crowning. He goes full standard through history. So before his coronation, he announces, I don't want no chicks at my coronation. No chicks at all.
And no clothes.
No chicks and no Jews.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I think this is the time where York has the big Jew uprising, isn't it?
So what happens, it's not a Jew uprising.
Downrising. It's like mass suicide, isn't it?
What happens is, during his coronation, it's said that a few like rich merchant Jews turn up anyway and like knock on the door like, look, we got gifts. We just want to give
He's got gifts.
We want to give Richard some gifts and then we want to go. And the crowd don't fucking like it.
Yeah.
So they kick off and start beating the shit, going mental. And it's all like popping off outside Westminster. Yeah. Or is it the church? Is that where they get crowned? Wherever he's getting crowned. It's all popping off
I
out
don't
there.
know if that's a thing yet, actually.
It might not be a thing by now. But yeah, they're all popping off, kicking off outside there. And apparently Richard comes up to the door to his guard, says in French, sort of, fuck's going on out there? And the guard turns to him like, don't worry about it, it's just boys being boys. It's just guys having fun, yeah? Dudes being dudes.
You know.
You know what's going on. And then after that, a rumour starts that Richard has called for the extermination of Jews in England.
It's like, yeah, it's just bros being bros. What did the king say? He said, fuck him, exterminate. Exterminate!
Yeah, someone asked afterwards. He said, fucking get rid of them. That's it. Do them in. And then, yeah, this is where that story of what happens in York comes from, where it's like 150 local Jews hide up in a wooden tower in the castle of York, and the town turns up at outside the castle like it's Beauty and the Beast, and they're like, look, dudes, either convert or you're fucking getting burnt down. A couple of dudes say, yeah, fine, we'll convert. They leave the tower, come to convert, and the crowd just fuck them up. So everyone in the tower is sort of like, well, we're not going to go with that deal, are we?
Yeah.
And they end up all committing suicide inside the tower.
So they don't get to heaven anyway.
They don't get to heaven anyway, and it said that every father of the family killed their wife and children before killing themselves.
Ah, samurai style.
Samurai style.
Oh, shit.
Dark as shit, though, but that's King Richard and the Jews. That's his time with the Jews. But yeah...
They never seem to be out of trouble, do they, those boys?
They're always getting a little bit of trouble, aren't they? So finally, after over 15 years of internal strife, the political landscape of the Angevin Empire seems to be settling down. But it ain't settling down for Richard, bruv. If anything, his true story's about to start.
Yeah, boy. His true story. Phil and Richard out on the road.
That's it, bruv.
Sharing cups.
Sharing cups and beds, bruv. That's why they weren't, that's why they were sharing cups and plates, because they were sitting in the same bed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're just sharing...
Feeding each other and that. Thank you, Daddy.
So a call would come from the Crusader states of the Holy Land. So a call wasn't from the Byzantine Empire this time, it was from the actual Crusader kingdoms. Obviously, we know about 1095, the First Crusades, all of that. We've got a whole episode, 2 episodes about it.
Good old episodes.
Check them out. By 1099, the First Crusade resulted in the conquest of the Holy Land. So the Holy Land states, exactly what we're talking about. They flourished for decades until a Muslim force reconquered the city of Edessa in 1144, triggering the Second Crusade between 1147 and 1150. We covered that, I think, like episode 4, the execution of Jacques de Molay. And and then after that, we have another thing happens. In the 1170s and early 1180s, a new Muslim ruler from Kurdistan succeeded in uniting the disparate Muslim kingdoms of Syria and Egypt, thus encircling the Crusader kingdoms.
Saladin.
This warlord's name was Yusuf ibn Ayyub, but he is more widely known by his honorific title
Saladin,
meaning the goodness of faith.
Yeah, he was like pious as fuck for a Muslim.
For Muslims. That's what Saladin means.
Yeah.
So in the summer of 1187, his forces won a great victory at the Battle of Hattin, exactly what he was talking about earlier. And that autumn, Jerusalem was recaptured from the Christians. The call now went out through the Romanian Crusader states. Help us out, bruv. Come on over.
Yeah.
Europe, come save us, bruv.
How good he is.
Yeah, he's pretty sick. We need to be careful. You seen what he did to our leper king? Someone come sort us out.
Well, no, the leper king beat him back first.
Oh, did he?
And then it was after he died that everything went to shit.
Ah. So Richard had already determined, even before coming king, right? As early as 1187, he actually had what they called it was committed to the cross.
Yeah.
So he had chosen the cross.
I think
something Henry II was actually really pissed off of him about.
Yeah.
Henry was like, why the fuck are you doing that? You're meant to be my heir, and you're committing to go to the crusading.
Oh yeah, true.
You fucking idiot. But Henry ended up committing to the cross himself as well, though. So he also was going to go crusading,
nice.
And that's where the 10% tax rise came in, which we're talking about, which causes Robin Hood and all of that. And that 10% tax raise was known as the Saladin tithe.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So they told the boys while we're doing it, look, we need some more cash because there's a dude called Saladin. He's fucking chavies up. So in the months that followed, King Philip of France and Richard start getting ready for the Middle East, bruv. They're getting ready to go out on their little journey. The church hierarchy of England and of the various Angevin territories as well in Wales, Ireland, Scotland, France were actually coerced into providing thousands of pounds of funding towards the Third Crusade. On top of that, I'm pretty sure he sold Scotland back to a Scottish king. He was like, yeah, you guys have that. I need some cash for crusading.
Did he try to sell London?
He did, yeah. There's a famous quote where if I could find but a buyer, I would sell London.
Oh,
yeah. And that's not just to point out how he was trying to raise funds, crusades. That's also just pointing about his feelings about England.
Yeah.
Dude didn't like the place
Well, London's
at all.
not England, is it? It's the banking capital.
The banking capital. It wasn't
then.
then.
How it feels about bankers. Or do we? Because of the language barrier.
So, once he did start partaking in the Crusades in 1190, he left a geezer named William de Longchamp, the Lord Chancellor of England, as the head of the government during his absence.
Yeah, he builds up a little team, doesn't he?
That's it.
It's like, I've got a bishop,
That's
I've got
it.
a Longchamp.
And this is actually a bit of a fucking cut and rebuke to John. Because John's like, why the fuck ain't you leaving?
Yeah, it's pick me, bro. He's like, you're flouncing about with a snake, bro.
Yeah, I've seen those cheap rings. You're going to get it stolen by a fox and a bear.
A bear could suck that straight off your finger. It's a piece of china crab.
But this leads, obviously, when Richard does leave, this leads to like several years of unrest while Richard is away, during which John would seek to continually undermine his brother. Sneaky John. Also meant to be one of the first lizard mans, if I remember one of our old episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Green-skinned motherfucker, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So after months of preparations, the crusade was finally ready to depart in the summer of 1190, and the two kings left Vézelay in central France together on the 4th of July, 1190.
Knife.
Independence Day, fireworks going off.
Don't they make a stop to save the sister?
They do, so we'll get to that. They separated at Lyon, where Philip led his contingents by land over the Alps through Italy, while Richard was like, I'm going to make for Marseille and sail along the...
I ain't got no elephants, bruv. I'm never going to go across the Alps.
Not getting across there. No, he just wants to pop into Sicily because he wants to see his sister.
Yeah, boy.
Because he had married his sister to the king of Sicily at the time.
Oh, right.
So
I thought she was a kidnap.
No, he just wanted to go check up
like
on her.
Samurai-style kidnap.
No, he just wanted to go check up on her, see if she was all right. There was extensive delays on their way to Sicily, though. One of the problems, notably a drunken spree by the soldiers while they were in Lisbon in Portugal.
Oh, dear. They ain't Frederick the First boys, are they?
Nah, they're having a good time. Come on, man. It's just guys being guys.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Geezers. They're singing a few football songs. Lads on tour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, no, he's not a fan of London, but the St George Cross was about...
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what... London adopted it in 1190,
There you go. They're all singing about Sidric and his cross, bruv. They're loving it. They ended up... So when they do get to Sicily, he finally arrives on the 23rd of September, 1190. And here Richard conferred with Philip before the French monarch quickly headed to the Holy Land himself. So they have a little hangout in Sicily. How's it going? Philip's like, I'm off, bruv. I've got to get to the Holy Land. But here's the thing. Richard's got some shit to deal with in Sicily.
Yeah.
Mentioned earlier about his sister, right? Joan.
Yeah.
She had married...
Joan the English, wasn't it?
That's it. She had married King William II of Sicily, known as William the Good. So you're gonna...
Oh, that's nice.
You're going to give your sister to William the Good, aren't you? Yeah. He's a good bloke.
Yeah, he's all right.
I've heard about you. He's good. But here's the thing. William died in November 1189. And the crown was quickly usurped by an illegitimate contender named Tancred.
Tancred the mafioso.
Proper massive mafioso. Tancred Soprano. Don't know if that was his name. This Tancred then imprisoned Joan, fearing she would become a focus of resistance to his reign.
Oh, so she was imprisoned.
She was imprisoned. But, you know, Richie didn't know that until he got to Sicily and found out the news himself.
Yeah, shit. We always say this, like how slow news travelled in history.
When
So I
you-
just pop in and see my sister stay at her palace.
yeah.
She's what?
Yeah. She's been nicked, bruv. All of this ain't Willie.
Where's Billy Good?
Yeah, where's Billy Good Boy? I don't know, but Tancred Soprano's been knocking about in his
Yeah.
robes. Who? So he arrived in Sicily. Richard quickly secured her release, but there's some serious issues to be resolved concerning Joan's dowry and valuable household. So he's cool with it. He's like, yeah, brother, whatever, Tancred, have that. Just give me my sister back.
Yeah.
And what about the dowry I paid?
Yeah.
Where's
Where's my money?
Where's my money? Tensions quickly escalate. In late September and early October, by the 2nd of October, Richard ordered his troops to disembark fully from their ships and prepare for battle.
Yeah, boy.
Skirmishes broke out between Richard and Tancred's troops. 2 days later, Richard ordered an attack on the city of Messina, one which quickly proved successful.
Yeah, Sicily was always a big crusader spot anyway, wasn't it?
Big crusader spot. It's pretty close to Malta again, which is another
Yeah.
crusader spot. It's important for them.
It's right in the Mediterranean Sea. It's like a direct route.
It's on their way, isn't it? It's on their way. Peace terms are agreed on by the 6th of October, whereby Tancred paid a huge sum of money to Richard, and a formal alliance is agreed between the two.
Nice.
You may have kidnapped my sister. I may have knocked you about a bit, but you gave me
I'm
some
used
cash.
to it. My mum's been in a tower for her whole life.
And if I'm being honest, Tancred, I love a scrap.
Just send it to Aquitaine. Oh, sweet.
Simultaneously, ships were sent to Spain to bring Richard's long-promised bride, Berengaria of Nevers, to Sicily.
Nice.
And the idea was that they were finally going to get married in Sicily.
Yeah.
He was going to do a nice summer beach wedding for her.
Yeah, man.
Top bloke, really. Do you know what I mean? Before they went off to crusade, Richard's Crusader army finally left Italy on the 10th of April, 1191. One of the reasons that they reckon he left is because he got in a little bit of trouble with the Sicilian natives, the populace.
Oh, I didn't pay to the Godfather.
No, what happened was he saw a peasant doing falconry,
Yeah.
like hunting with a falcon. And in England and France at the time,
That's like a royal thing.
it's a royal thing. It's a nobles only thing. So
In Saudi, it's the same thing.
yeah, so he goes over and he snatches the falcon off of the dude. He's like, "The fuck are you doing?" And everyone's like, "You fucking what, bro?
We invented it, bro.
That's that geezer's falcon. What are you doing
Yeah.
taking man's falcon?" And it gets like such a big hubbub that Richard ends up snapping his sword, slapping someone with the broadside of it.
Nice.
Yeah. And after that, he's like, "Maybe we should get out of Dodge, bro."
Yeah.
So they leave Sicily. On the third day out from
His wife's on a boat, doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. yeah, she's like, yeah,
Would there
exactly
be
that.
pink flowers?
I can't wait to get to Italy and meet everyone. On the third day out from Sicily, she has met up with him by now, and he's stuck his sister Joan and his wife on the same ship.
Oh, nice.
He's not on that ship,
Yeah.
but he stuck the girls together. And on the third day out from Sicily, a severe storm scatters the fleet. By the time the ships rendezvous near the island of Crete, it was clear that dozens of ships have been either lost or gone, included one of the royal ships transporting Berengaria and Joan.
No.
It's missing, bruv.
Well, that's worth a treasure hunt, though, isn't it?
So exactly that. A little bit delay to the Holy Land again, because we've got to go have fucking look for this ship.
Yeah.
They end up finding it. Luckily, it didn't sink or anything. It ended up anchoring at the port of Limassol on the island of Cyprus.
Nice. Cyprus is another big crusader state.
Because of Richard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so before, Cyprus had been in long possession of the Eastern Byzantine Empire. And it was governed by a dude named Isaac Ducas Komnenos.
Yeah, Isaac II.
That's it. And Komnenos had recently developed delusions of grandeur and claimed himself Emperor of Cyprus, separate to the Byzantine Empire.
Oh, shit.
And in summer of 1191, he seized the Crusader ships, which had gone astray, including this royal ship with the birds on it.
Ah, dickhead.
Yeah, dumb move, bruv.
Yeah.
Dumb move. And especially when Richard arrives in Cyprus, and he turns to Komnenos and he's like, "Give me the boats, lad. Come on, they're my boats, bro.
Yeah.
Just give me my boats back. Let's be cool. I'm on my way to crusading. You don't like Saladin. No one likes Saladin. Let me hook you up." But then saying that, now we know what the little
he's
deal the
already got a little
Byzantines...
backhander.
Yeah.
I'll slow him down.
Yeah,
I
good
got his
point.
wife by the
Oh,
ear.
shit. Yeah, good point. Ah, fuck. But
What, a
Richard...
weasel? Isaac is a proper weasel name as well.
Oh, yeah, innit? Komnenos as well. I just don't dig that for some reason.
Yeah, them Greek sounding names. Just like, I'll just skip over them.
Yeah.
Can't stand fuck them.
Get fucked. So Richard decided on an immediate military intervention and attacked the city of Limassol. A surprise night attack quickly saw the city completely overrun.
Nice.
Richard got that shit. And in the weeks that followed, further resistance is mopped up, and Cyprus is brought under the control of the Crusaders.
Yeah, boy.
Isn't there some story as well?
Oh, yeah. He promised never to put him in irons.
So, like, never chain up Komnenos.
Well, no, he didn't say I won't chain you up. He said I won't put you in irons.
Oh,
as
yeah.
in, like, shackles.
Yeah.
But he was like, okay. So he made silver shackles.
Oh,
Put
gangster.
him in silvers.
Richard's a smart chavvy, bruv.
He's one of them.
He's a sneaky little Frenchman, isn't he? Sneaky little Frenchman. But yeah, a lot of this actually ended up being achieved because a bunch of the kings from the Crusader states actually end up coming over and helping out Richard in Cyprus.
Yeah.
Guy de Lusignan?
Yeah.
Is that the guy you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, he was married to Sibylla for a while.
That's it. So he ends
He
up
was humiliated by Saladin.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was the king after Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
According to Kingdom of Heaven, I haven't actually...
He's the king
checked
without
if
a
that's
city.
true yet.
No, it's true. He's the king without a city. Yeah, he's the titular king of Jerusalem. So king without a city.
King de Lucien.
Yeah, and he was challenged amongst the nobles of the Crusader states for primacy, notably by Conrad de Montferrat, a
Yeah,
claimant.
Conrad the First.
Yeah.
That's who I said was just got married to Isabella.
Yeah, that's it. But Guy and Conrad are like the most significant figures in the Third Crusade, bar Richard and Saladin.
Yeah.
So, like, the Third Crusade, even though you've got all these other geezers, it's actually kind of seen as, like, a feud between Richard and Saladin.
Yeah.
That's how powerful and good of a military strategizer that Richard was.
Yeah.
It was sort of seen as their conflict.
Weren't
their
no
war.
Baldwin, no, was he?
I don't know. Richard's pretty gangster.
He's just tall.
He does end up beating Saladin.
Not properly. He doesn't take Jerusalem, does he?
No, he never takes
Well,
Jerusalem.
I guess he did.
So by the beginning of June, Richard had sea control in the entirety of Cyprus, and this ends up serving as a crucial base for Crusaders for fucking years, bruv. Years and years.
And right now, like 2024,
Yeah.
Israelis are buying up tons of land in
Really?
Cyprus. Yeah.
Funny that.
Yeah.
That is.
Just
funny
in
that.
case. Come on, boys, want a crusade? Anybody want a crusade up here? I got an airstrip.
Got you a little island here. So Richard finally lands near the city of Acre on the 8th of June, 1191, after over a year after he and King Philip had finally left for France.
Yeah.
It took him a good over a year to get there, bruv.
Yeah, Acre's like a big major point as well.
Yeah, big major
Everyone
point.
wants a piece of Acre.
Well, the thing is, the Crusader states have actually been sieging Acre since 1189. So for 3 years before he even turned up, they've been
'cause
sieging it.
all those sea battles were for Acre.
Yeah,
With the big castle that got
That's
lit on
it.
fire.
that's it. And obviously there's the Siege of Acre in the First Crusades episode as well, which we talk about,
Yeah.
which involves all the boats and that. So this siege is the first major counterattack undertaken by the Crusaders since their defeat by Saladin. This is their big, we're back, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it was Guy de Lucien sieged Acre with 3 siege engines that got lit on fire
That's it.
with Greek fire.
That's it.
And then the Egyptian fleet dodged the Pisans and resupplied Acre.
Nice.
And then Saladin backed it up with like a massive 8-day assault.
Fuck. So yeah,
That was 1190.
they
1190.
1190, and then Richard finally turns up in 1191,
Yeah.
and it's not until Richard turns up that they finally take Acre.
Yeah, boy.
So he's got to be the reason they take it, bruv.
Big Lionheart, that's why.
And this is my favourite thing Richard probably does, bruv. Because despite being seriously ill at the Siege of Acre, Richard I, better known as Richard the Lionheart, had his men carry him on a stretcher on the front lines, so he could
He
lay.
just fucking wishes he was Baldwin, bruv.
So he could lay on his stretcher, firing a crossbow in the battle.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
I like to imagine that he's laying there with one crossbow in each hand.
Yeah.
Just like click, 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 click. Let's go, motherfuckers.
Peasants reloading it for a
Yeah, like just passing one down and getting a
bolt
new one
for
up.
you, sir.
It's fucking good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Just
cool.
sitting on a stretcher firing crossbows at a siege.
It's Lieutenant Dan shit.
Yeah. Here's a nice little date, 1191. Guess what is the day that the defenders surrender of Acre?
Don't know.
4th of July.
Oh shit!
America's celebrating Independence Day. They should really be celebrating some crusading days.
Lionheart Day, boy.
Yeah. The end of the siege also led quickly to Philip's decision to return to France.
Oh shit!
Philip leaves the crusade already.
Philip the Wuss.
Absolute puff to bruv. Here's the thing:
Well, his ring piece must have been stinging by then.
well, he had almost died of dysentery outside of Acre.
Oh, I've got no further use for you.
Which is funny enough because Richard had dysentery as well.
Yeah.
But did he go home? No, he decided to shit it on his stretcher firing crossbows.
Yeah, that's the English way.
Innit?
Like
Just-
the archers at Agincourt, they
Yeah.
just went without pants, didn't
yeah,
they?
just shit themselves firing
Play it
arrows.
where it lays, boys.
But Richard fucking set the precedent for shitting yourself and firing shit.
True inspiration.
A true
for runny bums everywhere.
So one of the other reasons Philip decided to go back, though, is being snaky man's, bruv. Because he decided he could make major efforts to undermine Richard while his rival for France is in the Holy Land.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, sneaky man's one.
Yeah. French as fuck.
Yeah, French as fuck. But here's the thing, Richard is now the undisputed leader of the Third Crusade.
Yeah, boy.
Because him and Philip had made a little deal. They was like, whatever we crusade and raid together, we'll split it.
Yeah, 50-50.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you're not raiding.
Yeah. You're gone now, bruv. You're shitting yourself.
Yeah.
No, I'm shitting myself and raiding.
Yeah.
This is how you multitask, motherfucker.
That's where the term shit it come from. Philip absolutely shit it. Mate.
Absolutely shit it. Got the fuck out of there. But at this point, he's still yet to meet Saladin openly on the field of battle. As he prepared to move towards Jerusalem, a notorious atrocity is committed in late August. See, the thing is, they had taken all the defenders of Acre as prisoners, and they were expecting Saladin to pay a little fee, keep the prisoners alive, right? And in late August, Saladin had missed the first payment for the ransom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
The boys is getting drowned.
Well, here's the thing. All the leaders in that decided it was going to be a little bit hard to drag all these prisoners with them from Acre to Jerusalem. So they end up executing of upwards to up to 3,000 Muslim prisoners before they head out of Acre.
Shit.
That's quite a lot of chavies to put under an execution.
I reckon there was more in the second Iraq War.
Yeah.
The other way round.
What, more ISIS?
They were executing
more
Westerners.
Yeah. Journalists and that. I don't know about 3,000 though.
Yeah, easily.
They did. Actually, if I remember right, there was like a moment of a football stadium full of chavies getting executed, wasn't there?
Yeah, 2005, 2007.
Yeah, and that might not
wild.
have even be Iraq. That
Hanging
might have been
dudes off
something else.
bridges.
Yeah, that was wild.
And ISIS,
ISIS went mental with the
it may
rooftops.
actually be Mossad, who knows?
Who knows?
It's looking that way now in Russia.
Yeah, definitely. So this later movement would finally lead to Richard. Oh wait, no, it's not that part yet. This with the people killed and them on their way to Acre. Richard led his forces south towards Jaffa on the 22nd of August. He wanted to pick up some cakes.
Yeah, make a good orange down there, boy.
That's it.
No seeds.
They stayed on close to the coast the entire time because they wanted to get reinforced by the Crusader ships along the coast. And this later movement finally leads to Richard meeting Saladin in the field.
Ooh.
They finally meet it up, boy. And in the foremost direct engagement between the two leaders of the Third Crusade, the Battle of Arsuf is fought on the 7th of September on the route to Jaffa. And for days, Saladin, with a force of some 25,000 men, largely light cavalry, had been harrowing Richard's numerically inferior but better equipped and trained force of roughly 10,000 infantry and 1,500 heavy cavalry.
Nice.
So he's outnumbered, but he's got better gear. So the latter, the heavy cavalry, they're like the best fucking fighting force.
The knights, the jousters.
Yeah, they're like they're the superior technology of that war of the Third
like
Crusade.
tanks.
Yeah, they are those chavies, and they end up becoming like pretty important. But here's the thing: like they lack maneuverability, especially not just because they're in heavy armour, but Richard is unwilling to move far from his baggage trains because he doesn't want to lose his supplies and run out of water.
And supplies. That's how everyone else was lost in the Holy Land.
Exactly, and he refuses. He's like, no, we're staying close to the supplies. We're not abandoning them.
And that's what Saladin was good at doing. He'd like lead people out into the desert and then leave them and then come and attack them once they're starving and dehydrated.
And Richard was like, it's not happening to us, bruv.
Yeah.
I've heard the rumours.
I don't play these games.
On 7th of September, a full-scale battle was finally entered into. Saladin's troops succeeded in breaking the Crusaders' formation early on. However, a counterattack in the afternoon by Richard roused the Christian lines, opening gaps in the infantry lines for the heavy cavalry to strike forward at the much more vulnerable light cavalry. After 3 charges of this kind, the Arab armies were broken and fled into the adjoining hills and forests.
Standard.
Flee it, bruv.
Proper Afghan tactics.
Richard didn't capture Saladin, unfortunately.
Yeah,
they did have a little eye across at each other at the battlefield. Like the good, the bad, and the ugly style. Or Kill Bill, where it's
just Dragon Ball Z standoff for 3 days.
Just
one big sweat mark coming down his head.
5,000 or 6,000 of Saladin's men were killed. For under 1,000 of Richard's men were killed.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good, bruv.
That's not bad going.
And Arsuf is the foremost victory in the field for Richard during the Third Crusade. That's his big field battle.
Yeah, and it's an away game as well.
Yeah.
That's never got home field advantage, nothing.
And it opened the route to Jaffa, and the Crusaders get there 3 days later. But here's the thing: Saladin had ordered the walls of Jaffa to be pulled down.
Oh, right.
And you think
so it's not like a fort anymore?
It's not fortified at all. So then when the Christians finally got there and took it, or when the Crusaders finally got there and took it, this ensured that Richard had to spend weeks here just building makeshift walls to make sure everything was right. Saladin's a pretty fucking good...
Yeah, he didn't fuck about.
He's good. He knows what he's up to, doesn't he?
Mm.
So with the route to Jerusalem being prepared for a strike at the Holy City, the later campaign, though, would never be undertaken by Richard. Yeah. Despite all of this, Richard never even goes to Jerusalem himself.
Loser.
Early in 1192, on the 20th of January, he reaches Ascalon, where plans are initiated to begin refortifying the site as a base for which the Muslim caravans travelling from between the Holy Land and Syria would be attacked by the Crusaders. So they set up a little base to catch their caravans. Like, gotcha!
Yeah.
But disputes broke out here amongst all the leading Crusaders. So they start arguing amongst each others on how this should be funded. So Richard says, fuck all this arguing, I'm going back to Acre. Heads back to Acre, and it's while in Acre that he receives disconcerting news from Western Europe. His brother John and his old butt buddy King Philip, they be fucking around.
Oh, they teamed up.
They teamed up and they're fucking him over.
Yeah, you look just like your brother, you do.
He's still getting fucked by Philip, even when he ain't in the Holy Land with him. His brother John is openly plotting with the French monarchy, and Richard's continued presence in the Holy Land and the Crusades threatens his position as king back home. So he's like, I gotta get out of here, bruv.
Yeah, boy.
Sorry, I gotta leave, lads. Spring of 1192 leads him to the decision to return home without even ever capturing Jerusalem.
Yeah.
It's said...
What a loser.
That's
the whole point of going.
He saw the spires of Jerusalem before he had to leave.
Oh, no.
Gutting, innit?
Blue balling you with the Holy Land.
Innit? Proper Holy Land blue ball. On the 2nd of September, a 3-year truce is agreed between Richard and his mortal foe Saladin before he leaves.
Nice.
Yeah. Richard would surrender Ascalon, but the entirety of the coast from Jaffa to Acre was back in Christian hands, as well as Cyprus, and from here on out, Christians were guaranteed free access to Jerusalem.
Nice.
And it's probably even though they never take Jerusalem, it's probably the most successful crusade.
Yeah, because the Crusades were all about pilgrimage, weren't they?
Yeah.
Are Christians allowed there? Yes. Yeah. Sweet, we won.
Yeah, that's it. So the first crusade is the most successful crusade. The second crusade sort of ended like a bit of a fucking... We still got Jerusalem, but you captured Edessa and a bunch of other shit. And the third crusade ends with, all right, well, we haven't got Jerusalem back, but we got everything else surrounding it.
Yeah.
After that, every crusade after that is just shit, bruv.
Yeah.
It just continues to be shitter and shitter.
Until World War One.
Yeah, that's it. But even before then, do you know what I mean? Here's the thing. Richard's return to Europe, not fucking straightforward, bruv. November 1192, he reaches the Greek island of Corfu and decides, I'm going to travel back to Western Europe through Germany. And he's conscious in all of this that he was passing through the territory of a few chavvies who don't like him. Most notably, Leopold of Austria.
Okay,
Leopold was a staunch ally of Henry VI, the Holy Roman Emperor, who's going to be the leader of future crusades. And he consequently, for some reason, viewed Richard as his enemy. Probably because of that little Byzantine Saladin deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the Plantagenet.
Just the fact that he's,
They were like the two things in Europe, basically, weren't they?
Oh,
Holy Roman
okay.
and the Plantagenet. Were the two big groups.
So there's the big rivalry there, bruv. Aware that to pass through Leopold's territory is a little bit fucking difficult, Richard decides to try and sneak through. But he gets caught, bruv. Their ships crash land on the Istrian coastline. While heading to Moravia in Austria, they're of aroused suspicion, and they're finally apprehended near Vienna. So on his way home, Richard gets nicked, bruv.
Right in the centre of Austria.
Yeah, December 1192, he's locked up in another country. You know what I mean? And accordingly, we actually find the emperor writing to Philip. The emperor of the Holy Roman Byzantine Empire actually writes to Philip within days of capturing Richard.
We got your wife.
Yeah, well, he says to inform the French king of the good news that he's apprehended the English king.
Oh.
Just be like, crack on, doing what you're doing. We got your boy.
Yeah.
We got him. He fucking take his land, bruv. Back in England, John had also somehow become aware of this and moved to pay homage to Philip in an effort to bolster his claims to succeed his brother. Every snaky man's is moving against Richard. You know. It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely bad. Here's the thing. The church has got Richard's back.
Yeah, boy.
They turn up like every single crusader are protected against attacks, seizures when travelling to and from the Holy Land.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to touch crusaders, bruv.
Yeah, boy.
So finally, in late February 1193, terms are finally concluded in Speyer after Richard successfully defended himself against trumped-up claims of abandoning the crusade.
I went to Speyer. I went to a medieval festival in Speyer, actually.
Well, there you go, bruv. That's gangster as fuck. That's where Richard fucking fought for his freedom.
Nice.
But I do like how the Byzantine Empire were like, he might be a crusader, but technically abandoned the crusade, so we're locking him up.
Oh, yeah.
But he defended that act and probably was like, I took Cyprus, Acre, all these places. What have you done? Apart from making
going back to get more boys.
Yeah. By the way, Saladin told me about your little handshakes, bro.
Yeah.
Snaky Henry. So, nevertheless, Richard still has to pay a ransom of over 100,000 marks and promise to supply the Byzantine emperor from here on out with 200 knights every year. So
I just knight peasants and send them straight over.
Yeah.
Little losers.
That's it. Send a bunch of geezers in potato sacks and be like, well, this is what English knights look like.
Yeah.
Richard could have done that too because he hated England. He wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah. Sending bankers and that from London.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. While he had been gone, it hadn't been too bad, right? In 1192, while he had been gone, fucking his wife, Berengaria, her brother, Sancho of Navarre, had fucking rocked up in France to back up Richard.
Nice.
Yeah, good old Sancho, bruv.
Good Sancho, bruv.
Yeah, Sancho turned up and he fucking was messing with, he ended up, what did he do? He suppressed a revolt, which was going on, which Philip had instigated. And then on top of that, he decided to raid in Toulouse to demonstrate that Richard's French possessions were not open targets.
Nice.
So not only did he defend Richard's land, he went, no, I'll do some raiding too, just to say, fuck you guys, don't mess with Richie's shit.
Yeah, boy.
Sancho's an absolute boy, bruv. After that, Richard finally arrives back to Western Europe, early months of 1194. And he reaches England on the 13th of March. First visits the religious shrines of Canterbury.
Yeah, boy.
And St Edmund's, before proceeding to the famous Nottingham Castle to confront the centre of John's supposed rebellion.
But he gets stuck in the forest. A fox in a suit gets him.
Well, here's the thing, like, while he's been away, luckily for him, there's been a few chavvies who've sort of like, a lot of English nobles have still stuck on English side.
Nice.
Most notably, Robin of Locksley.
Nice.
That's a lie.
Oh.
That's Robin Hood's official title.
I was about to say, like, was he real?
So he arrives. Oh, I've done that part. This fighting did occur outside Nottingham Castle against John's boys, though. On
a little scuffle or a proper
little fucking scuffle on the 28th of March. But they ended up surrendering, John's boys.
Mm.
Yeah, Richard then departs back for departing for France in early May.
He's like, it stinks here anyway.
Yeah.
I need to get back to France real quick.
Let me get back to France really, really quick. He left the government of England to Hubert Walter, who would accompany one of Richard's boys who came crusading with him.
Oh, cool.
And Richard even makes the dude Archbishop of Canterbury in 1193
nice.
Before leaving.
Sick.
Yeah. After this, Richard would never return to England in his life ever again. That's it for Richard.
Straight French at
he's
the
just
same time.
done. He's done with England, bro.
Coaching.
Where England had seen little resistance to Richard's return as king, the Crusaders' king would seem far less seamless in France, bruv. By the time he arrived in northern France in the summer of 1194, John and King Philip had flooded the region with French troops, holding a number of strategic sites across Normandy as well as other sites. Here's the thing. Do you know how much of a snivelly little lion bitch King John is in the Robin Hood cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as Richard lands in Normandy, his brother fucking turns up and rushes and begs for forgiveness from his brother.
Oh, what a snivelling little fucking lizard bitch.
Any a snivelling little bitch.
Full on lizard man.
We also do a lot of talking about King John in our Magna Carta episode.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's the snivelling little bitch who ends up letting the nobles write Magna Carta.
Yeah.
So Richard, being the top geezer he is, he actually he's cool with John after that.
But he checks his rings. He's like, where the fuck did you learn how to do that?
Yeah. He claims John had been ill-advised by his counsellors and forgives him.
Mm.
Really, I think that's just John being sneaky snaky.
Yeah, John's just a little fucking hoe. He's already got all the tactical positions.
Yeah, that's it.
Just doesn't want to get executed himself yet.
But now, within days of turning up in Normandy, what was once a civil war is now just a war of England versus France again.
Oh, nice.
Classic.
Mid-June,
tours in central France have been retaken by Richard. The campaign then moves all about from them. By late July, recaptures Talleyrand, Marsillac, the city of Angoulême, Montignac, La Chaise, thus largely completing Richard's reconquest of his western French territories.
Not a bad little crusade.
It takes him... Yeah, after
conquest.
3 months, bruv. After 3 months after sailing from England, he's got all his shit back.
Sweet.
He's pretty good, bruv.
Yeah.
He knows what he's up to. He knows he ain't fighting Saladin, he's fighting that little bitch Philip.
Yeah, true, and he's got the home turf advantage now.
Yeah, that's it. He was so good at away, fighting fucking a scary desert chavvy, and now he's got to fight the little fucking chavvy he dragged around with him. Simple, bruv. Absolutely simple. Yeah, so it all goes pretty good for him, bruv. He ends up making a deal with Philip. Philip's still got a few castles of his, though. And in the late summer of 1194, a truce is agreed, whereby the sites which Philip did have of his castles, he can keep them until the winter of 1195, and then Richard wants them back.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of like a little, keep them for a while, but give them back, bro.
Keep warm for me.
Yeah, that's it. But that little truce is short-lived. Within weeks of it being agreed, border tensions and skirmishes are breaking out all over the place. It's fucking popping off.
Standard England v France.
We just can't get on, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Even when our English king is French, we just can't get on.
Yeah.
We just can't get on. By 1195, it's full-scale war again.
Oh dear.
Early autumn 1195, Philip had indicated that he would relinquish control of any of Richard's territories in exchange for marriage with Philip's son and heir, Louis.
Another Louis.
Oh, no, sorry, between Richard's niece, Eleanor, and Philip's son and heir, Louis.
Yeah.
This proposal, though, proved shit. Fighting continues to rage. Richard makes further conquests, so takes more fucking places of Philip's, just to make sure that Philip has to agree in a treaty in 1196.
Yeah.
Just takes more of his shit.
They keep fucking going back on treaties.
Yeah, that's it. So, which makes sense, you know what I mean?
Still bitter about the breakup.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely still bitter about the breakup.
You gave me this a treat.
With the new treaty, the Treaty of Louvain, Philip relinquished all of his major gains from Richard's period of absence, except for the Vexin in northwestern France and a handful of border castles, and this ends the conflict in central France to an extent. But fresh tensions still continue in another part of the country. 1196, war between Richard and Philip changes dramatically. Philip builds up a new alliance of powers to combat Richard's rapid ascendancy on either side of the English Channel. So now he gets a bunch of fucking major lords from the Low Countries to start backing him instead of Richard. Yeah. Most notably the Counts of Flanders, Ponthieu and Boulogne. They all joined in the North Atlantic by the Duchy of Brittany in northwestern France. And this new confederacy is able to put a lot of pressure on Richard.
Yeah, duchies are always bad news in England-France wars.
Yeah, that's
the Duchy
it.
of Brittany.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, specifically that one, right? And they're putting a lot of pressure on Richard. The thing is, Richard is actually eventually able to force Count Baldwin of Flanders to change sides, to come over on his sides. Firstly, by launching a massive embargo on trade and supply of goods to there.
Nice.
Just being like
Obama style.
Yeah, full Obama style. So 1197, 1198, further successes for Richard. Thing is, he's not going to be alive and long enough to enjoy these fruits, bruv.
Yeah.
In the autumn of 1198, Richard elected to complete the final reduction of the Vexin, a small county near Paris, following the expiration of a truce with the French king. Philip himself twice came perilously close to being captured in the campaign which followed, including nearly drowning at one point.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Philip's not doing good. Yeah, and after this, Richard's now finally got all of the shit he lost originally.
Again.
For a third or fourth time. He's finally got it all back. Yeah. I'm just going through. This conquest also initiated a major building program in the region, notably Chateau Galard. Don't know if you've ever seen it.
No.
It's a fucking amazing castle. It's like the most impressive medieval castle ever built in northern France.
Nice.
It's fucking gorgeous. In January 1199, King Richard met with his French counterpart, King Philip, in a meeting brokered by Pope Innocent III.
Yeah, boy, Innocent III.
Pope sits him down and says, "Sort this out, lads. You guys used to be buddies.
Yeah.
Now look at this mess you've made."
Yeah. Maybe go back to that sin. It's fine.
Instead of killing all these people. You. A 5-year truce is now agreed to. One which would see Richard's dominions entering into an unprecedented period of peace and stability.
Yeah.
But this is what makes it even weirder, that it's in this time of peace and stability that Richard dies.
Yeah. Our date in history.
That's it. Our date in history, 26th of March, 1199. He's out in the small regional revolt by Viscount Omer, the 5th of Limoges. He's out there quelling this rebellion, and a geezer pops over a little castle wall and shoots King Richard in the shoulder with a crossbow bolt.
No.
Yeah, bruv. And King Richard apparently, after getting hit by a crossbow bolt, doesn't tell anyone. He's sneaks back to his tent and starts trying to fucking sort it out himself.
Nice.
And take it out himself.
Hard cunt.
Doesn't go well for him.
Yeah, obviously not.
And he ends up In the days that followed, without the benefits of modern medicine, the wound turned gangrenous, and on the 6th of April, he dies from the illness.
Oh no.
After that, he's subsequently buried at Fonvaux, and Richard is succeeded by King John.
No.
And Richard, who had named his successor in his final illness.
Oh dear.
And that's
Snaky John.
that's how we end up with Snaky John and Magna Carta.
Yeah.
And that's the story of King Richard, bruv.
Cool, like as cool as he's made out to be fair.
He is as cool
He's
as he's
not
made out to
overrated.
be. Yeah, it's like everyone's like, oh, he's the most overrated king in English history, and it's sort of like, I get what you're saying there,
Because he was a French king.
because he was a French king, and Henry V is way cooler.
Yeah, Henry V's cool as fuck.
Henry V's way cooler.
Ultimate lads on tour king.
Ultimate lads on tour. But saying that, Richard's still pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Best
mean?
nickname for sure.
Easily the best nickname. The fact that he took on Saladin and had a little rival over there.
Rooted Saladin.
Yeah.
Scared Saladin off Cyprus.
That's it. Had a little fucking lover's tiff with the French king. Kept the classic England versus France going despite being French.
Yeah.
Good lad,
Not bad.
really. Not bad.
Good military tactician as well. by the
Clearly.
looks of things.
I think a lot of people say he was obviously a better military man than he ever was a king.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's also like, would you judge a fighter by taking back his title or title defences?
Yeah.
Because he lost his land like 1,000 times and had to get it back.
and had to get it back,
rather than just holding it.
But then he only originally lost his land in the first place because he was out
Yeah.
helping other chavies keep their title.
And just pure snakiness.
Pure snakiness. Everyone snaking against him.
Castlegate.
But yeah, that's Richard the Lionheart this week, bruv.
Nice liony heart on him, boy.
Nice boy.